this week's episode of Cooking with the Kid. As promised, we're going to continue with our soup series. We're in Wisconsin here and it's getting colder and colder, but there's nothing wrong with a good soup to make those cold days go a little bit easier. Today's soup is going to be an Italian soup. So let's go ahead and get started, and we'll give you some tips and tricks to make yourself a really good Italian soup. Today's ingredients are simple. Baby red potatoes, heavy whipping cream, we have 2 pounds of Italian sauces, sweet and mild, a can of tomato sauce, a can of diced tomatoes, some chicken broth, as well as some baby spinach.
So we've got our water setting here, and what we're going to want to do is add a little bit of salt and about a 1/4 cup of that chicken broth. And also I went ahead and cut up some onions. I didn't mention that earlier, but we're going to slide those onions in with our potatoes. Make sure we get them all in there nice here. And it doesn't matter whether or not you mix them all together, but we want to make sure that we cover the onions as well as the potatoes about a 1/2 inch with the water. So let's make sure we get that going. Alright, got just about all that. Now we're going to go ahead and turn the flames back on. Also, we have going to go ahead and start with our sauces, both the sweet and the mild. Get that cooking over here, and once we get that started, we'll check back here.
So we're at that 6 to 8 minute mark with the potatoes. They're nice and tender. I went in and I cooked off the Italian sauces, and I wanted to go ahead and drain it to get rid of some of that grease here. You can see right here. But before we add that to the potato and onion mixture, we're going to go ahead and add our chicken broth. At this point, we're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. Two cups of chicken broth, and here's where we're going to also add our heavy whipping cream. So all in all, it'll be about a pint of heavy whipping cream. Added that heavy whipping cream, and we're also going to add our tomato sauce as well as our canned tomatoes. And at this point, we're going to stir these guys up, get it mixed up nice and well, and bring it back up to a small boil. A rolling boil. Then we're going to add our Italian sausage and get back with you in just a second. Now you can see that we've got our mixture going at a really nice steady roll, so a boil you can call it. And at this particular point, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our Italian sausage in. I'm going to say even we can go so first to go ahead and actually turn the heat off. Add our Italian sauces in and mix that up really nice. Then we have one last step to go ahead and complete the process. Is we're going to go ahead and add that spinach. Now guys, this is where I want to tell you, no matter what the bag may say, always wash your spinach thoroughly. Add that spinach. Stir that up, fold that spinach really nicely in here. And at this particular point, I'm going to cover it, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and we'll be ready to go. And there you have it. Easy Italian soup. One of the things that you don't want to be afraid of is experimenting. Add some spices to it, some crushed red pepper, if you like a little bit spicier, a little bit of salt, pepper. All those things are good, but the recipe I gave you is straightforward and it turns out good 99% of the time. So keep those requests coming. I like enjoying hearing feedback, so without a doubt, make sure you let me know what you think and we'll continue. We have about 2 more soups to do with our soup series, then we'll move on to the next. Thanks again.